Rwanda! 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 Footsack! 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 Rwanda footsack! I send you people to go and beat. They are going to the World Cup. Thunder fire you people in Rwanda. Thunder. Thunder fire you. Thunder fire all of you people in Rwanda. Thunder. 25 minutes to goal. We need it to... Rwanda, please. Draw this match, please. And for all of you South Africans, who are sending me messages, thunder fire all of you people. In fact, all of you people mocking me, come closer to your screen. Come closer. Come closer. Footsack. Footsack. Shit. Rwanda, you are just one job. One job. One job. One fucking job. To beat these Republicans. To trash them. To take their pipe powder that they brought and insert it into their anus. You had just one fucking job. I see it. See you. And this is a coalition. This is a coalition between other African countries against Nigeria. You are going to play these crap Republicans. People who drink vodka and cornflakes. They are popping you from the anus. Look at this. What the hell is this, Rwanda? If we were playing against Nigeria, you would have been boasting and be running and be giving a counter attacks and be giving problems with Nigerians. But you come and play against South Africa. Look at all this thing. At the end of the day, I blame CAF, because CAF really wanted Nigeria not to go to the World Cup. Because if they wanted Nigeria to go to the World Cup, they will not carry friendly countries with South Africa and put in the same group with Nigeria. One fucking job, one. You know, what can I say? Rwanda, come closer. In fact, all of you people from Rwanda, all of you people, come closer, come. Come, 1 second, come. Come. Shit!
See, that Rwanda, you guys should stop playing football. Just forget about football. How can we place all of our hopes on you guys like that? So Rwanda will not let... Kudos to Zimbabwe. They are the real MVP. Zimbabwe, they are the real champion. See, the one that just messed themselves up. Then South Africa scoring team. South Africa can't win against Zimbabwe. South Africa. Thank God for my boys who managed the playoff like that. That game, I was not expecting Rwanda to concede 3 goals. What's going on? We thought we are. Never trust anybody. Just stick with your own plan. God's plan is the best. This is God's plan for Nigeria. We will come out of the playoff, we will qualify for the World Cup, and we will lift the trophy. Ghanaians will watch us lift that World Cup.
Alright, you guys, Nigeria 4, Benin 0. Now South Africa, don't say we never did anything for y'all now, because we just sent you to the World Cup. You're welcome. You're welcome. We did our part. Like we got the job done. You're welcome.
See South Africa sending must boom sending at Siyalo. Hey, Kaizer Chiefs, hey, Orlando Pirates, Ghana spoon lahle inside. Must be angala. Bilali Jack. Sharp South Africa, sharp. That is what saying.
Guys, we're going to the World Cup. South Africa going to the World Cup. It's currently off time. We're 2-0 up. Nigeria's 2-0 up. The fans are having a good time. Nah, man. We are going to the World Cup, guys. Big second half. Bafana. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, boys.
Just want to make sure before I celebrate, everything's clean, you know? Everything's fine. No one's got a yellow which you forgot about. No one's got a suspension which we don't know about somewhere. Pella, I checked and it should be all clear. Talent Butter had one coming into this game. If he picked up another one in between, I don't know. Ngezana was not here. Mbogazi was not here. Sharp. Hey, Mukwena picked up one after that. I hope that's it. So we're clear now. We can celebrate. No 2 months down the line we want to hear, hey, there's a suspension or sanction. Guys, we went to a World Cup. You know what? They must actually sanction, take another 3 points and give us Argentina to play to qualify for the World Cup once. 3 points, give us Argentina so we can qualify again. Yo, guys, we went to a World Cup. Bobo Vulega. Apply for visas. You know Trump is strict. Apply for visa now. Hey, we're going to the World Cup, guys. I don't know. Was I watching 2002 Brazil playing? Because Mahopa was moving like R9. Sipombule Ronaldinho. A police, who was the winger for Brazil back then? Yo, I can't remember. A police, Bukaka. Yo, they cooked today. They cooked. Guys, we're actually going to the World Cup. But they mustn't stress us like this and leave it to the last day, man. We could not even work today. We couldn't concentrate at work. We're pressing the calculator the whole day. Minus, carrying the power of y, x, pi. 3 divided by 12 times 2 leaves us on 17 points. What if Benin get a late equalizer? Guys, don't do that to us ever again. And one more thing. Let's let Hugo Bruce do his thing, guys. Please. There is no other coach, besides all one, who's taken us to a World Cup. Hugo Bruce, like I said, for me, after Clive Barker, it goes Hugo Bruce. That's the list. And then the rest can follow. No, there's other, what's the guy coach on the 23? I can't think now because I'm happy. So let's let Hugo Bruce do his thing. And at the beginning of his tenure, when he started coaching, we all doubted him. And Hugo Bruce has delivered. Guys, I give Hugo Bruce his flowers. I know some of you, my Kosi fans, he said ugly things about Kaiser Chiefs, but you know what? It's not him. He can say things in a maybe distasteful way. But for me, number one, I blame the journalists. Because if the journalists don't ask him about Kaiser Chiefs, there's no need for him to answer. He doesn't come out the blue speaking about them. The journalists create this whole thing for sensationalism, for clicks, for views, for people to read their headlines. That's what journalists do. And then it filters down to us, fighting on social media. Hey, pirates, another Kaiser Chiefs. No, none of that. This is Bafana. This is South Africa. That's all we must support. Forget everything else. Forget about the noise. Forget everything. We support Bafana. It's a huge milestone. We're going to the World Cup, guys. Next, the World Cup, once we dominate, after that, we need to dominate AFCON in December. And at the same time, we need to dominate CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. Everything must just be South Africa. Everywhere they look. All right, guys, we're going to World Cup.
Yo, you ever seen Africans on social media after a big football match? It's pure entertainment, chaos, emotion, and comedy mixed into one. That's exactly what happened when South Africa crushed Rwanda 3-0 to qualify for the World Cup. The internet went wild. Nigerians, South Africans, Ghanaians, everyone had something to say. And as always, the memes, the rants, and the celebrations didn't disappoint. Let's start with the Nigerian side of things because, honestly, those reactions deserve an award. One guy went absolutely ballistic online shouting, "Rwanda, you had one job. One job." He went on a hilarious tirade about how Rwanda failed Africa by letting South Africa win. You could literally feel the frustration through the screen. He started accusing CAF of plotting against Nigeria, saying there was a coalition between African countries against Nigeria. Like, man was convinced there was an anti-Nigerian football conspiracy. According to him, Rwanda played like they were possessed by the spirit of Bafana. Now, to be fair, the Nigerian frustration didn't come from nowhere. Nigeria's qualification hopes were already hanging by a thread, and they were counting on other teams to do the job for them. But after South Africa dominated Rwanda with that 3-0 win, it was game over. South Africa topped the group, and Nigerians had to face the reality that Bafana would be going to the World Cup instead. Meanwhile, on the South African side of the internet, it was pure euphoria. Bafana fans were in full celebration mode. Some fans were literally saying they couldn't work all day because they were busy calculating the group standings. You had people joking about doing algebra just to figure out the qualification scenario, minus carrying the power of yx pi 3 divided by 12 times 2. The stress was real. South Africans were emotionally drained, but over the moon. Then there was that one fan who said, "Guys, we're actually going to the World Cup. Apply for visas now. You know, Trump is strict." That line had everyone cracking up online. The excitement was contagious. You could feel how much this qualification meant to the people. South Africa hasn't been to a World Cup in years, and this team under Hugo has really transformed. Speaking of Hugo, he got his flowers from the fans big time. One South African fan made a passionate speech saying, "Let Hugo do his thing." For me, after Clive Barker, it's Hugo. That's the list. He praised Bruce for sticking to his plan even when everyone doubted him at the start. And honestly, it's true. Bruce came under a lot of fire when he took over. People thought he was out of touch. But now, the man's a national hero. The whole mood online was split between joy and despair. Nigerians were shouting, South Africans were dancing, and the rest of Africa was watching the chaos unfold like a Netflix series. One South African said, "They must actually sanction us, take another 3 points, and give us Argentina to qualify again." That's how hyped people were. They didn't even care about logic anymore. They just wanted more football and more bragging rights. Then came the hilarious back and forths. Nigerians started blaming Rwanda for betraying the continent, saying if Rwanda was playing against Nigeria, they'd suddenly turn into prime Barcelona, but because it was South Africa, they just folded. Some Nigerians even said, "Rwanda, you should stop playing football, forget about football entirely." You could tell the heartbreak was deep. At the same time, South Africans had their own messages for Nigeria. One fan jokingly said, "Don't say, we never did anything for y'all. We sent you to the World Cup. You're welcome." That one had social media in stitches. The banter between the two nations has always been strong, and this time it was on full display. But beyond the jokes and the shouting, this moment highlighted something deeper about African football culture. The passion fans have is unmatched. Every goal, every tackle, every referee decision becomes a national affair. It's not just sport, it's identity, pride, and representation. When South Africa won, it wasn't just about qualifying for a tournament. It was about proving to the world that they're back on the global stage after years of struggling to rebuild their football dominance. And for Nigerians, the pain was equally deep. Nigeria is a football powerhouse. Missing out on the World Cup feels like a national tragedy. The emotional reaction online was proof that football in Africa isn't just a game. It's an emotional experience that unites and divides people all at once. One Nigerian fan even tried to stay optimistic, saying, "This is God's plan. We'll come out of the playoffs, qualify for the World Cup, and win the trophy." You have to admire that kind of faith. Nigerians, never give up, no matter how rough it gets. Meanwhile, South Africans were busy analyzing every detail, checking yellow cards, suspensions, and group math, just to make sure there were no last-minute surprises. You could tell the trauma from previous heartbreaks was still fresh. But when the final whistle blew and the math checked out, it was all celebration from there. What made this whole thing so fascinating is how fans use humor to deal with both joy and pain. Nigerians turned their disappointment into comedy gold, while South Africans turned their relief into a carnival. There were jokes about Hugo becoming the next president, fans comparing South Africa's performance to 2002 Brazil, and others planning imaginary trips to America already. The beauty of this is that it shows how football connects Africa. Whether you're in Lagos or Johannesburg, Lusaka or Harare, when that ball rolls, we all feel it. We argue, we laugh, we cry, but at the end of the day, it's love for the game that drives it all. And as one South African fan said perfectly, forget the noise, forget everything else, we support Bafana Bafana. That's what it's all about. National pride, resilience, and joy. South Africa has earned its place back on the world stage, and the fans have every reason to celebrate. So to Rwanda, yeah, you might want to stay off Nigerian Twitter for a while. To Nigeria, keep your heads up, because football always gives another chance. And to South Africa, congratulations, you made it to the World Cup. Now go show the world what African football is really made of. Whether it's memes, rants, or chants, African football fans are some of the most passionate people on the planet. And this week, the internet proved once again that when it comes to football, emotions in Africa aren't measured in goals. They're measured in heart.